Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of James Bond Bitcoin Live 00141 hashtag forced holiday. Yeah, it's that time of the year, especially if you're in North America and probably in Europe, where basically you're on a forced holiday. Maybe parts of Australia and maybe some parts of South America. Basically, enjoy your forced holiday. Uh, so, anyways, let me go in the note section. The reason I say forced holiday is when I used to trade on local Bitcoins, um, depending on the situation, uh, if your account was like frozen or locked, you would be put on a forced holiday. There was an option where you can put yourself on a holiday. So it takes off all your ads. Usually you do it at the end of the day so no one locks up your coins for 24 hours or whatever. Uh, but in this case, you'll see what I'm talking about. And let me go in the notes section and kind of give you an idea. Um, Bond trading view. Uh, this is my customized view with a proprietary formula that I use to give you a good list of shorts. It's a list of top 58 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high. And usually I would flag for shorts, but there are so many tokens out there, so many coins that are good for shorting right now that I just have to do it live. So stay tuned for that. Here's my forced holiday story. Bittrex disabling new users Bittrex disabling new user registration is a good thing. Okay, I guess so. How about this one? Cryptopia exchange users grow concerned over locked accounts. So there is the forced holiday. Another story I'll be going over, not too many today. After all, today is a holiday Saturday. Japanese internet leader GMO. I don't know what that stands for, but I thought GMO was something else, like genetically modified organism. But internet leader GMO starts Bitcoin mining in Europe. So I'll go over that story. Next, in the notes section that's been partitioned off, I have two news aggregators, very useful. Coinspectator, real-time cryptocurrency news aggregator. And then I have CryptoPanic, is a news aggregator platform indicating impact on price and market for traders and cryptocurrency enthusiasts. Let me go over some of it just to give you an idea. Very useful sites. I've been getting a lot of my news that way, and I've noticed that some of the news that I get ends up like being talked about on the Reddit forums, and in a weird way too, in a misleading way. They take snippets of the news that they want to, propagate and kind of mislead everybody. So social engineering is definitely going on all over the place. So I'm looking at coinspectator.com, and I'm just looking at it through my smartphone. It's really slick, just fits just right. What's it say here? It says Bitcoin whales. Should you be worried? This is coming from uh, investinblockchain.com. This is 1 hour ago. Let me refresh it. Must be the news feeds must be taking a rest. Everybody's taking a forced holiday. Here's another one. It came from the East. How Asia bolstered cryptocurrency in 2017. This is coming from Bitcoin.com 1 hour ago. ICO raised more than $5 billion this year as crowdfunding model evolves. This is coming from hacked.com 1 hour ago. The crowdfunding, that's I wouldn't say that's a recent innovation, but it's definitely been how can I say, popularized with the use of the internet. I mean, you can literally raise money from the crowd. I mean, you could be an individual and have a product or a conception of a product and raise money through a crowd to develop the product and also sell to the crowd as well that gave you the money. This whole crowdfunding platform, I think there's uniqueness to it, but there's already platforms that allow you to do that. Why would you use a cryptocurrency other than it's just a fad? You're selling a technology that seems novel with a already existing use case, which is crowdfunding. You see that already with Indiegogo, I think, and what else? Some other crowdfunding platform. Lately, with the cryptocurrency, it's just you're using the crowdfunding with a token to get somebody's Ethereum or Bitcoin, and then what you take the Ethereum and Bitcoin and you dump it, and then you cash out through that way. So, the fact that there's money involved, it gets a little bit complicated. But the crowdfunding models, nothing new about that. It already exists. I think just the use of the token as a cryptocurrency, that's just thrown in there because that's kind of like the fad, in my opinion. What's another one? Who has been driving the crypto boom? Individuals in Asia. This is coming from at times or atimes.com 1 hour ago. Visa program benefited Bitcoin terror finance suspect, U.S. authority says. This is coming from the Wall Street Journal 2 hours ago. Let me just click on that and get an idea of what it says here. This is kind of new. I just saw it. Let me see. New York federal authorities said a Pakistan-born woman accused. Okay, this is an old story. Okay, this is an old story. A woman who used whatever, she got some money, and some reason she may have used Bitcoin in the past. Somehow now Bitcoin's being used to fund terrorism. This is an old story that Wall Street Journal's just published 2 hours ago. So interesting. FUD's just being circulated. Bitcoin's just being dumped on all the time. I guess they're trying to drive down the price. Let me see. Top ICO list helps investors stay up to date on ICOs, token sales, and crypto crowd sales. This is coming Bitcoinist.com. I guess this is an article about a platform that lists all of the top ICOs for some reason. Here's another one. Bitcoin rebound falters as wild ride continues. This is coming from Nasdaq.com 2 hours ago. Another one, Bitcoin rebounds after worst sell-off since 2015. AFR.com. This came 4 hours ago. So it looks like some of the news feeds are kind of slowing down. Not a lot coming out. Of course, it is the holiday weekend. Let's go to, I'm going to go check out CryptoPanic now. Let's see what's coming out of CryptoPanic. I'm going to go ahead and refresh it. See what new news are coming out. All right, so CryptoPanic's a little different. It gets a lot of its sources from your typical cryptocurrency websites and from Twitter and the Reddit forums. Let's see what 12 minutes ago, Ripple riding high during crypto correction. This is newsbtc.com. 16 minutes ago, Monero mining malware, Mallines Messenger. Newsbtc.com. 16 minutes ago. 32 minutes ago, Ethereum price weekly analysis. Ethereum USD recoveries remain capped. Newsbtc.com. 38 minutes ago, why Neo is better than Qtum. QTUM, QTUM. It has 2 positives. This is coming from the Reddit forum on the Neo, R Neo. Let me see what else. 54 minutes ago, Bitcoin whales should be worried. Another same story. Invest in blockchain.com. 1 hour ago, it came from the East how Asia bolstered cryptocurrencies in 2017 from bitcoin.com. Same source, but this has 1 positive, 1 important, 1 save. Let me see here. 1 hour ago, the key to becoming rich, coming from the R Ripple forum on Reddit. 3 positives, 1 important. Oh goodness. DGB has a bright future coming up, coming from the R Digibyte forum. 2 positives and 2 negatives. Let me see. An early Christmas present, hard fork completed, and the first few Z nodes payments have gone out. This is coming from Zcoin. I didn't know they hard forked, but it looks like they did, and they're apparently got some kind of Z node payment. Don't know what that's about. Let me take a quick look at that. It's always good to know what's going on here. Looks like this is a Twitter, actually, from Zcoin official. I guess this is a Zcoin. So that's just a Twitter. So some of this comes from a Twitter, which probably comes from the, looks like this is coming directly from a Twitter. Let me see. 2 hours ago, I would like to start accepting ADA as a payment for my goods and services. Will reward anyone who can instruct me how to do it. This is coming from the Reddit forum R Cardano. ADA, isn't that like a attention deficit? Like, oh no, I think that's ADD, attention deficit disorder. You know, that's a really bad ticker symbol to have. Here goes another one. 2 hours ago, tutorial using IOTA wallet 2.5.6 latest. Hope this helps someone. 6 positives, 3 important, 1 save. So it kind of gives you an idea of the altcoin. I think CryptoPanic is really a lot about the altcoins and coming from the Reddit post, but that gives you some idea. So again, holiday weekend, not too much going on as usual. Not on a holiday weekend anyway. All right, so let's see what else I got. And let me continue on with the note section here. So that's the news aggregator. It's in the notes section. Check it out. You don't have to download anything, although CryptoPanic, I think, has a Google, in the Google Play Store app, they have a downloadable version of it. But it works on your smartphone. You just go through the browser. It's pretty slick through the browser as well. So it's pretty nice. Need to stay up to date. You know, even on a holiday, you know, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, they don't sleep. They never sleep. And neither should you. You should always be awake 24/7. All right, next in the notes section, I got all the potential forks, fake forks, meme forks, already forked, and potential forks. Let me start off with "It's time to stop." I have a link to the "It's time to stop" meme. It's time to stop with these hard forks. I have Bitcoin Uranium. Still waiting for a gullible fool to pick up on that one, but maybe all the gullible fools are running out. We're running out of gullible fools. We need to bring more gullible fools into this space. Bitcoin Cash Plus, Bitcoin Classic, Super Bitcoin, which you should already have if you have Bitcoin. Bitcoin Diamond BID, which I can't find anybody offering BID. Maybe they are, I don't know. Then Bitcoin Diamond BCD, which is hard forked. And you should have that, but still waiting for the mainnet. Bitcoin X BCX, that should be coming up soon. Bitcoin Faith should be coming up soon. And SegWet 2X should be coming up soon. And I haven't put it in the notes section, but Bitcoin God. And then, of course, United, quote unquote, United Bitcoin, but not really worth mentioning, although I did mention it. And then I have a list of airdrops from cryptocree.com/airdrop/ for those of you who like receiving free money falling from the sky. All right, so next in the notes section that's been partitioned off, I have some useful links to different websites. You might want to check them out. SegWit charts, if you want to figure out the SegWit adoption. Coin Codex, the listing platform. Live Coin Watch, another listing platform. CoinGecko, another listing platform. BitInfo Charts, a listing platform with very useful information. You can compare hash rates, transaction volume, transaction times, block time, all that good stuff. Joho, mempool statistics, graphical interface for the mempool. Very useful. I think it's probably one of the more accurate tools to figure out what fees you should use if you want to be in the next block. I did use it today. The fees were very high. I had to be in the 800 satoshis per byte, $30. Had to pass that on to the buyer, and they didn't complain. They did not complain. They got it. They got it relatively soon, considering how many transactions are in the mempool. And they were probably able to use it as soon as they got one confirmation. They probably were able to use it right away. And then Salome.io, another listing platform that measures social media volume. Because remember, most of these tokens and cryptocurrencies, they're not a company, all right? They're essentially you know, I'm not even sure what they really are. They're not a coin. They're not really currency per se. It's just an imaginary number that it's being kept track. It's kind of being kept track. There's a ledger that's being kept tracked on over the internet, and it's a number that you keep in your head. Anyways, my point is, it's not a company. They don't offer a product or service. The only way to get people to buy into it is to be socially engineered. Yes, you are all socially engineered to buy these coins. Next is Transaction Accelerator, may be useful. I think there's enough the mempool is definitely backed up, and so it may be useful to use this. And also Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash hash rate, historical chart, 6 months if you want to compare between the two blockchains that compete for the same mining algorithm. All right, so next in the notes section, I have some other things here. Collecting your free Bitcoin Gold coins with Coinami. I have a link to their support desk. And then also how to split Bitcoin Gold BTG01. I made a video on how to split your Bitcoin Gold using your Coinami. And then if you don't have an Android to download Coinami, there is a mnemonic code converter. It comes from Coinami. It's a recovery phrase tool. You can simply use another mnemonic seed, like from your Trezor, your Ledger, or whatever wallet, and then go ahead and just input the mnemonic seed, and then select the coin, which would be Bitcoin Gold. It'll populate all the private keys. So you'll still need a wallet. You could just sweep the wallet. Bitcoin Gold has gone live. It should be available by now, hopefully. And also the mnemonic code converter will generate, it will generate the wallet as well. It'll generate a new wallet. So you can create it as many wallets as you want and import them back into your Trezor or Trezor or Ledgers or whatever you have, or other wallets. Okay, let me see here. What else? Bitcoin Gold. I have a link to Bitcoin Gold, but be careful when you go to that website. It might have a virus and malware and steal all your Bitcoins. All right, so next in the notes section, and depending, I have yet to see any videos of BitConnect in advertising. So that's maybe good news. I think one of the reasons is because the 300-day hold-up period of your quote-unquote Bitcoin investment is basically freed up. So I think BitConnect will eventually start collapsing because people probably want their coins, and the prices have been very high. And you got to take your coins out because it's probably not going to last. So I think their time frame is about up. Who knows? Maybe Craig Grant ran out of money, and he doesn't want to pay for it. So I haven't seen any advertisement for BitConnect from Craig Grant or his mistress Juliana. But if you do see it, for whatever reason, you might want to check out these ads or these articles about BitConnect. Why has ICO Index labeled BitConnect as an outright fraud? Notice regarding high yield coins on top of BitConnect. What is BitConnect and why have we decided to distance ourselves from it? And then if you want to learn more about BitConnect, I interviewed 3 BitConnect users. You should check it out. James Bond Bitcoin Live 00117. 2 of them rage quit. One of them was stupid enough to, tell you where you could find them. I had a 4th guest. It was pretty obvious to the 4th guest he was not involved in BitConnect. That BitConnect is a scam. It's a Ponzi. And then I had a special guest by Ozzy, the BS filter, who I think is it's hard for me to understand what his motivation is in this space. He's a noob. He doesn't understand what's going on. He's easily, people are manipulating. He's definitely being socially engineered, in my opinion. So, but I think he knows. I think he knew that BitConnect was a scam and definitely didn't want to admit it. He's probably after views. He wants views. He wants attention. Everybody who makes a YouTube video wants attention. They want to get views. They want to get the ratings to go up and everything. And I think that's pretty much his main objective right now, is to get attention, and however he does it, Anyways, special guest appearance by Ozzy the BS filter in that video. Let's see what else here. All right, so finally in the notes section, that's been partitioned off the last part. The video theme for this video is 4K relaxing fireplace and best instrumental Christmas music and crackling fire sound. So UDH 2 hours. So, I've been watching a lot of live streams of just watching fireplaces with the crackling sound with some Christmas musicals. I've been enjoying that all day, actually. Just watching it and just, if you don't have a fireplace, having a fireplace is not really worth it. It just sits there. It lets all the air out, let the hot air out anyway. And it's quite a hassle, and it costs money when you actually buy a home that way, or when you build your home, you add a fireplace, and you don't even use it most of the time. It's just for looks. It's a waste, really. But it is nice to have, especially at this time of the year. So there's a link for it for you. Please enjoy. And then I have the hashtag yes2x112, which you're looking at now. So we got 8. We have 8 candles lit on the Munera, the moon. I don't know how to say it anymore. This thing right here, this candlestick, which I affectionately called the Moon Nora. I've lit the 8th one. I think it was this one I lit. Was it this one? I think it was this one. This one. Yeah, I think this one. And I have to call this setting yourself on fire. or setting somebody else on fire, you know, putting someone ablaze. Anyway, that represents the 8th year of Bitcoin, which pretty much is this year, 2017. This was the year that Bitcoin was on fire. I can't stress that enough. The price of going almost, well, we'll just say 20, from going from 1,000 to 20,000. That is a 2,000% gain in 1 year. Where are you going to get that? You're not going to get that in traditional markets. You're lucky if you get 10%. That's a good year. If you get 30%, it's probably a bubble. And the reason why is because a lot of people have their hands in the pie, and they're all taking from you, and whatever you're left with, you're the last person who gets the cut. Anyways. And then I have a link to Pot of Gold, Bitcoin Pot of Gold. Please donate. I have the donational address. It's a SegWit address, so please donate. And so I like to finally go to the live chat. And oh, we get a few peoples here and there. Let's take a look at the live chat. Oh, it's going to have to refresh here. Let's have a look here. Let's refresh it here. There we go. We got some refreshed live chat here. Let's start at the top here. Let's go. Oh. Let's go here. Let's see who was first. Obviously, I believe 21 Million Club was first and was dual overhead camness. Welcome back. X Games, how you doing? Welcome back. And good old Cumpball, man, where you been? You guys like been where, I don't know where you've been, Cumpball, but you know, it's good to see you again. It's good to have my little personal little troll here with me. And Marty Wilkinson, what's up? Thank you for coming back. And Leisure Picker, yes, I see my friends back. My favorite little troll. He's my troll here. Yes. He's my, let me see, how can I say this? He must be, you know, Kumpal is like the other half of me. He wants to be me and desires to be me. That's why he always comes back every once in a while. Let me see here. And Q-Burrow, how you doing? And dual overhead camness, I know you're here. Olaf Husky, you love the popcorn. James is pretty lame. You know, I can be pretty lame, but you're here. So you must be even lamer to be here, to be watching me. What can I say? Kumpal is James. I wish I was Kumpal, man. If I was Kumpal, I'd be like super rich. Let me see here. Who else is in here? Cubero, let me see. Take off your shirt already. You know what? It's too cold. It's like, I don't know what it is. It must be 40 degrees right now where I'm at. So it's a little chilly. Although it's 65, probably nice 65, maybe 70 degrees inside the house. So I'm okay with that. And let me see. I unfortunately have I have never, unfortunately, I've never mooned a school bus. Unfortunately, no, I have not. I wish, so I can say that I did. Let me see. What else? Man, Kumpal is just so active in these chats. He must be, he must have nothing else to do. He has no life, just like me. Me and Kumpal are one and the same. He's just my other half. And Olaf, fart is art. Art, that's where artsy fartsy come from. Client Shibzig. ETH is useful to play crypto kitties. Apparently, that's the only thing you can use ETH for, is to play crypto kitties. I wonder how many people have gotten their crypto kitties. J Glade, some kink that stink. Let me see who else is in here. We're having so much fun. We're having so much cheapskate, James. Yes, I am a cheapskate. I hate to overpay for stuff, and I like buying tools from like Harbor Freight because they're tremendously cheap. They're not high quality, but they get the job done. And the nice thing is you don't have to be like gentle with it or worry about breaking the tool, because you know essentially you can take it back and get another one. And I've done that several times. I kind of like it. Another thing you can do is sometimes they change their models. Harbor Freight changes their models once in a while, or design, but it's almost like they change it every 2 to 3 years. So basically, for 2 to 3 years, you can actually go back, buy a new one, put your old one that has broken or doesn't work anymore, put it back in the box, and go back to Harbor Freight and say, hey, it didn't work, and then get your money back. But essentially, you got a brand new one. So just a little trick if you want to know how to use that. The braid nailer, pronounced like Brad nailer. Well, you know, dual overhead camness, the first time now most of the videos I've done for Harbor Freight, I've never used a braid nailer or Brad nailer, so I didn't even know what to call it. And so all the videos you see in Harbor Freight are actually the first time I've ever done anything with those tools. Okay, and the whole point was that, you know, I was trying to demonstrate was you can use YouTube to learn how to do stuff, and then get yourself some cheap tools from Harbor Freight, and then fix your home, which I did. And a lot of stuff I've done. I fixed my roof. I didn't know anything about roofing until I started watching YouTube videos about roofing. Went to Harbor Freight, got the tools, fixed my roof from like a hurricane a couple years ago. Hurricane Ike. Yeah, Hurricane Ike. And then fix my house up. Now I know how to use the tools and everything. So it's the tools paid for themselves and then some. Let me see. Julie G, how you doing? Brett Simpson, welcome back. Let me see. What happened to Thomas G? He and Yellow fell off the face of the earth. Well, believe it or not, me and Yellow, we keep in contact. You know, he calls me on Skype and he tells me about all the coins that he's planning on pumping, and he wants me to buy into them. You know, he wants me to put in 10,000 Bitcoins to get a master node for proof of stake coins. He's really into proof of stake coins. I kind of tell him, yeah, you know, I really don't want to. I actually want to just buy Bitcoins from Yellow Fever, because he tells me he makes a lot of money, and he tells me Thomas G makes a lot of money. But for some reason, when I offer them $10,000 for Bitcoin, they refuse to sell me Bitcoin. I don't know why. Let me see. They lost it all in Ember Coin. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. I don't know what happened to Thomas G. I wish I knew. I really enjoyed trolling his videos, although he blocked me, and because I would tease him about $10,000 that I made. Of course, if you've been watching Thomas G, he lost $10,000 in a hack on Cryptopia. I don't know how true that is, but I do know this for a fact. I did sign up for Cryptopia just to look at some of the coins that Yellow Fever was talking to me about. I never traded on it, but apparently I got locked out of that because somebody was using my email to try to log into Cryptopia, and they tried it 3 times and failed, and it locked me out. Anyways, I haven't gone back. I don't put my coins, my Bitcoins on exchanges. So Let's have a look. I went Christmas shopping drunk. Jay Glad says, I went to Christmas shopping drunk. Looks like everybody I know is getting a lava lamp this year. Well, I went shopping to get me some gloves because I plan on going up north where the snow is. And even though it wasn't really crowded, and where I live, they're developing like shopping centers, and it's where I live used to be nothing. It used to take me 15 minutes to drive to like the grocery store. Now they built a grocery store like 5 minutes from me. They built an academy, and they're building a lot of other stuff too. So I don't have to go that far anymore. But even then, they didn't have the gloves, and they didn't have a lot of people. But even then, they had more people than usual, and I didn't like it. So I know I'm going to hate going to the mall. My batteries on my watch died. So, and I don't want to take it to like a Walmart employee because they're probably going to screw it up. I'm actually contemplating whether to just buy the batteries myself and then just do it myself. I think I've seen the guy at the mall do it, and you kind of have to do some weird thing because it's a dead battery. You have to jump start it. But I just hate going to crowded places. But I might end up going to the mall anyway because I do need to buy gloves. Let me see what else. Earthcoin, cheap lady boys. Yes, I do love cheap lady boys, man. Can't get enough of lady boys. Let's have a see. Let's have a look. Gumball's just at me all day. Do I use a cheap fireplace? I do have a fireplace for you. Hold on here. Let me go through the chat first. Brian. Yeah, yeah, I know Gumball. I thought for sure Gumball was like MIA for the longest time. Haven't seen him. But you know, you know how things are. Everybody always comes back. Let me see. Where am I? I lost my place. Darn it! I was just enjoying the chat. Hold on. Where is it? Where is Brian? Brian was talking, and let's see. Where was I? Oh yeah. Okay. Kumpal. Yeah, he's back. And let me see. Kumpal needs a Red Bull. Somebody please give Kumpal a Red Bull. Or Kumpal, can you go to sleep and come back like 4 hours later and watch the recorded live stream? Let's see here. Good to see you, Brian. Hopefully you're enjoying your holiday out in Oklahoma. The original pot of gold was started by Craig Grant, and it was basically a way to skim Bitcoins from anybody who was foolish enough to donate into it. The way he set it up was he would put up an address. This was back when the transaction fees were very low. Actually, you can still, when he was doing it, you can do a transaction fee for zero fees, and that's what he did. So what he would do is he would put a donational address. He would get people to donate, and he would have some kind of weird requirement where it has to be a certain amount. So basically, you had to be somewhere right in the middle. You had to be low enough to get more back, but not high enough where you would get less back. But I think in reality, what he was doing was it was a lot of fake donations. And then any gullible fool who was stupid enough to watch his video, who would really believe that it was like some kind of game in which you can donate a little bit and get more out of, like that doesn't make sense. Why would, you donate into a pot and you donate the least amount and then somehow you're going to get more out of it? You know what I'm saying? If 10 people put 1 Bitcoin and somehow magically you're going to get 1.1 Bitcoin out of it, that's kind of stupid. It doesn't work that way. Just that goes to show the mind of Craig Grant. He's either he's really stupid, which he might be, because I think he would make more money if he just bought Bitcoins and then held on to them, or he's highly deceptive. He's a what would I call it? Psychopath in a lot of ways. But you're right, the pot of gold was started by Craig Grant. But my pot of gold is different. It's to get all of you to actually donate into it. And it's to get you to donate all into it and have one person come out and be a winner. Yeah. Let me see what else here. Olaf Husky first. I don't know if you're first. You're a little late on that. Let's see what else. Hey, Bitcoin B, what's up? How you doing? Good to have you in the live chat. Looks like the chat is very lively today. Looks like people have a lot of time on their hands. You Bitcoin B, you have a gay crypto kitty. How did you end up with a gay crypto kitty? Did you get like 2 male crypto kitties mating and breeding with each other, and then you got a gay crypto kitty? Oh goodness. Let me see here. Oh goodness, I've lost my view. All right, here it is. Okay, and Brett Simpson, welcome to the live chat. DJ Calv, good to see you. Looks like the live chat is just booming today. Let's see here. I want a new moon coin. Well, I guess there's a moon coin every 10 minutes somewhere. So Merch Studios, welcome to the live chat. Says, if you're willing to share, then you sell Bitcoin P2P. How are you taking payments to ensure you don't get scammed when you sell the coins? That's a good question. I'm usually taking cash or a cash deposit to some kind of financial institution, whichever one. I can't disclose because people may try to get me shut down. That's you either do some kind of cash deposit or you do cash in person, or you accept cash. And so those are the only few ways that you can do peer-to-peer. So that's the only way. So that's the safest way, unless you want to do like MoneyGram, Western Union, or RIA, or Walmart to Walmart if you're in the U.S. Those are some other ways. Walmart to Walmart uses RIA Financial. So anything that puts cash in hand or a cash deposit to a bank. But if you do that, eventually your bank account gets closed. So that's kind of the problem. Eventually what I do is I just decide to do cash in person. Typically cash in person. I also have like offices set up in different places where you can go in and my attorney will take the payment on my behalf, and then you just provide me an address key and I send it to you. That's the other way. So let me see here. What else? Crypto Sunny, welcome to the live chat. First time here. Awesome work. Keep it up. Thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you for coming by. Let me see. Thomas, 21 Million Club. Thomas quit YouTube. I wonder why. I mean, it seems like he was doing so well because apparently he would be making like $10,000 every video. Every video he seemed to make $10,000. I mean, he apparently quit his job, which I think he didn't really quit his job. I think they fired him, and then he quit his job. So, Yellow, you say Yellow has health issues, and he hasn't made video in a while. Yeah, he's been telling me his back. His remedy is taking a shot of tequila, which I think kind of contributes to the health issue, but he thinks it helps. But but yeah, I guess they're taking a break. Everyone needs a break. Eventually, I'll take a break. I'll stop making videos soon enough. Let's see. I wonder what the IRS will say to everyone who got hacked. Well, the IRS will accept a loss if you got hacked, but you have to make a police report to report it. So you don't really have to really quote unquote prove it. Like you don't have to like, show IP address and all this weird stuff. Just make a police report saying you got hacked, and then the IRS will probably accept the fact that you did get hacked, because people do get hacked. But if it turns out at a later time that you didn't get hacked and you made a false police report, and the IRS comes back at you, they can actually charge you with the crime. Obviously, you've lied, you made a false police report. So that's important. If you had a police report, then you can actually make a claim that you had a loss. Without a police report, your word doesn't mean anything to the IRS. The IRS will just assume you still have those coins without a police report, and then we'll just make the assumption that you have them, whatever, tax appropriately. I'm assuming. I don't know. I never had any encounters with the IRS with any cryptocurrency stuff. Oh, sorry, I jumped up. Let me see. Don't want to miss any of your live chats here, because sometimes this is the best part of the live stream, man, is is Kumpball. Watching Kumpball just try to troll. He tries really hard. He really does. I'll give him credit. He's gotten, I wouldn't say he's gotten better. There's a certain art to trolling, other than, typing a bunch of Z's and then, typing FAG. So what's up, Richie Rich? How you doing? Good to see you in the live chat. It's pretty lively today. Let me see. Brian says, yes, my time with my family has been great so far. Met my nephew for the first time today. Yeah, it's amazing. Your family kind of growing. You're getting new members. It's very interesting. And it's probably interesting to introduce yourself to the new member of the family. Let me see here. 21 million says, do you want a lady boy crypto kitty? Well, why not? I mean, I think it would be unique, right? The whole point is to breed something that is unique and very rare, so you can get the most money for it or have the most value for it. So, haven't seen a ladyboy crypto kitty yet, so that would probably, be very desirable to somebody. Boy, the chat just goes going on and on and on and on. All right, finally got to the end. So thank you everybody for being in the live chat. That was my recognition to you guys. Hopefully you all enjoy the rest of the show here. All right, so let me go back. Let's go to the Bitcoin pot of gold. Bitcoin pot of gold here. So let me also make sure I'm still live streaming yet. Okay, so here's the donational address to the Bitcoin pot of gold here on the left side with the QR code pointing to the actual Bitcoin pot of gold. Those are real Bitcoins, people, right there. Go ahead and try to figure out what the mnemonic seed is, or the password to the encrypted private key. But before you do that, please donate. And I haven't checked it, but I probably should. But someone donate into it so I can give the 9th clue to the 9th word of the 24-word mnemonic seed. So at least somebody can win this Bitcoin pot of gold. I mean, everybody please donate so one of you lucky person can win this Bitcoin pot of gold. And then here is the QR code on the right side. It is a encrypted private key. Go ahead and scan it. It'll request a password. And if you can figure out what the password is, all the Bitcoins are yours, all for you. And then here is the this QR code right here is a link to Yellow Fever for you. If you use a regular barcode scanner or QR code scanner, it will take you to his channel. So thank you, Yellow Fever, for you. All right, all right. Bond trading view. This is my customized bond trading view. Right here, as it says, Bond Trading View right here. This view created by James Bond Bitcoin Live. List of top 55 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high. So this is for all you guys here. And let me actually do the short list. So I just use the days since all-time high, and I put them in order from 0, and I go all the way down to the third day, which would be here, 30. So there's going to be 30 tokens, except for the scam coins like BitConnect. They're not on here because BitConnect is a scam. Anyway, it goes down here to library credits. I don't go out beyond the 4th day because, obviously the opportunity of dumping them for the most amount of Bitcoin, it's kind of past. You missed it. So these are the order in which they go. Made safe coin is probably, it goes by priority, 1 being on a high priority, and then if you go to this one, 30, which is library credits, being the lowest priority. I think we'll go over a good portion of this for this episode, but let me get back to it. All right, so there we go. Everyone, please enjoy the warm fire. Let's sit back and relax and, have a time next to the fireplace and just enjoy. It's pretty cold. It's pretty cold where I am, so it might be pretty cold where you are too. Let's all enjoy the fireplace. I've been watching the live stream of fireplaces with Christmas music, and that's what I've been watching all day. And I've been enjoying it. It's there's something therapeutic about watching flames for some reason going up and enjoying the crackling sound of the fireplace, even though it's not real. Having a fireside chat with you guys is very relaxing, isn't it? I'm enjoying it. I think it's great. Oh, did Kumpal leave already? I was hoping he would stick around. Kumpal needs to learn how to troll better. If you want to get under someone's skin and push their buttons, well, you have to learn about the person that you're trolling. That's the key about trolling. You have to learn a lot about the person you're trolling, because how else are you going to get under their skin and get them agitated and get them frustrated? You can't, right? If you don't know anything about the person you're trolling, then guess what? You can't really troll them. So that's the key to trolling. And you have to actually watch their videos and understand, what type of YouTuber they are or what type of person they are. So it takes a lot of skill. It takes time. Just typing farts and Z's, that's very, very low level trolling. He still needs to work on his trolling skills. Anyway, enjoy the fireside chat, everybody. So let me go on to the first article here. All right, this is coming from the Merkle. And here is the first article I'm going to go over. There's a couple articles, but Bittrex disabling new user registration is a good thing. This is coming from the same author. There's a couple things. Looks like WikiLeaks is selling CryptoKitties to support its operation. So they're making CryptoKitties, and they're also selling their CryptoKitties to support their operation. Go figure. And here's some other stuff, but this is the other article I'm going to go over. Cryptopia, or I like to call it Craptopia, exchange users grow concerned over locked accounts. So this is all about the forced holiday. I think Bittrex and Cryptopia, they just want to give you a good holiday. So they're forcing you to be on a holiday. Let's just go over this real quick. So I didn't realize Bittrex was disabling their new user registration, and they also might be. I think a couple reasons they're doing that. I think people are signing up. They're doing. I wouldn't say civil attacks, but I would say that most likely there are there's a lot of people who probably use multiple accounts. And so I think Bittrex, probably like very similar to all other exchanges, Poloniex, you name it, all the exchanges probably, especially within the US or within the reach of the US, are getting a lot of heat from law enforcement and regulators to, clamp down on abusive practices, pump and dumps, right? KYC, AML. So this is probably a reason why they're disabling new users, and they're trying to figure out the existing users. How many real people are there? How many? If is there one person trying to be like having 100 accounts? They're trying to figure that out because they really want one person for one account. Because when they need to lock you out, or they don't want the pump and dump to be happening, or any manipulation on their exchanges, they're trying to, clean house, so to speak. So I think that's what's going on with that. And let's go over here. Let's go to this section right here. Oh, not okay. There we go. My mouse is moving so slow. Okay, so Cryptopia exchange users grow concerned over locked accounts. What's happening with the locked accounts? What is going on with the locked accounts? So let's figure out what is going on with locked accounts. So Cryptopia exchange users grow concerned over locked accounts. Apparently, there's been some users who have their accounts locked. Now, I've had some experience with Cryptopia, and my experience is that if someone knows your email, they will try to use your email through as a username, of course, and try to figure out your password. And if they fail 3 times, your accounts get automatically locked. Now, that's one way that you can get locked out of your account. Another way is if you yourself fail to properly log in 3 times in a row, you lock yourself out of your account. And third, it might be possible Cryptopia is actually putting everybody on forced holiday. After all, it is a holiday weekend. And so maybe you should take a break from your trading account. Another reason maybe is because they found something fraudulent with your account, and so they locked you out. That could be another reason. So there could be there could be many reasons. Is there possibility that Cryptopia actually locked people out of their accounts? Maybe. I mean, there's so many weird things that are going on in this cryptocurrency space that it wouldn't surprise me that people are getting locked out of their accounts. And there also has been reports that the SEC is planning on coming down really hard in this cryptocurrency space. They have plans already in the works. It wouldn't surprise me if they already have some action already taken under the radar that nobody knows about. There's also been rumors that the SEC is already investigating Coinbase for insider trading. And so with all the pump and dumps, insider trading, and other market manipulation that's going on in this space, it's very plausible that the accounts that are being locked out are locked out intentionally. So it's very possible. And I recommend if you haven't been locked out yet, take your coins out of these exchanges. Take them out of these exchanges. You are leaving yourself at risk every time you leave your coins on a third-party exchange where you don't control your private keys. So if you want control, own the private keys. All right. Own the private keys. All right. That's what I highly recommend. All right. So let's go and see what the chat is saying today or right now. Okay. Oh, there it goes. Let's see here. Julie G, it is relaxing to watch that fire. Let me see here. Let me see. Olav Hosky, throw a couple paper USD in the fire. It's more relaxing. Learn to troll like a pro, you dummy. Udemy course. Is there really a Udemy course for $299 for how to troll? Hopefully, Kumpball is watching. He could take that advice from you. Unfortunately, no, I cannot throw another fire in the fire. It's just a GIF, unfortunately. So 21 Million Club says, buy a Ladyboy crypto kitty from WikiLeaks and name it George Michael. Yeah, I guess we can do that. Or I could just make one, right? I could just make one and call it George Michael. Bittrex is in the States and dealing with regulators. I believe they are. I believe Bittrex and Poloniex are dealing with regulators, and there were a lot of pump and dumps that happened on Bittrex and Poloniex, and so eventually those are probably the two exchanges. And the reason I say those two exchanges, because when you could sign up at one point, you could sign up with Bittrex and Poloniex with just an email account. And so there's a lot of people already, signed up on that without trying to be anonymous. I think that the days of an anonymous cryptocurrency exchange like Poloniex and Bittrex, those days are gone. They're going to have to be regulated, or they're going to fall under regulation. They already have a lot of these ICO tokens being traded on them, and so they already fall under some regulation already. The CFTC has already determined that Bitcoin is under their jurisdiction as a commodity. And so all these tokens are, at least the cryptocurrencies, are considered commodities. So the days of anonymous, exchanges like Bittrex and Poloniex, they're kind of going away. You probably have to risk like signing up with a exchange that's based out of Panama or somewhere else or some weird place. That may be the case. Blockmax, how you doing? Are you saying when do you think Bitcoin will be worth 19 and 25,000? Well, Bitcoin has already hit 19,000, so I could tell you that that it already hit 19,000 about a week ago. Oh, you retracted your message. 25,000. 25,000 definitely sometime in the future, because we haven't hit it yet. So at some point in the future, there's a really good chance that Bitcoin will definitely hit $25,000. I do believe that. So if you give it enough time, yeah, it'll be worth it. Let me see. Leisure Picker Good old Kumpal, you miss him. You miss Kumpal already? I don't miss him. I think he's, I believe Kumpal is a male, probably a single male, most likely in their 30s. Or Kumpal may be Aussie. I have noticed that, Kumpal only shows up when Aussie's around. They may be one and the same. So, uh, you know, if I was to guess if I was to profile Kumpal, it's probably some bald, fat guy is what I would imagine Kumpal being. Let me see here. Merch Studios, there's no course. You can launch the class. Maybe I should start a Udemy class on how to be a troll. You're right. My name is Craig Grant. This is my Bitcoin wallet. How you doing, Craig Grant? Or my name is Craig Grant. This is my Bitcoin wallet. I'm not even sure if you are Craig Grant. So, anyways, happy holidays. Happy holidays, everybody. All right, so let me go on to the next story here. These two articles are in the notes section. Go ahead and check them out. If you're already on Bittrex or Cryptopia, you should probably pull your coins out. You don't want to end up locked out of your funds. All right. Of course, what are you going to do if you can't trade on these exchanges? There's really a good chance that the coins that you have, these altcoins that you have on those exchanges, are worthless because you pull them out, you hold them. What are you going to do with them? You can't trade them for Bitcoin because you got no exchange. They're worthless. Altcoins are worthless. All right, so next I'm going to be talking about Japanese internet leader GMO, which I don't understand what GMO stands for, but I always thought GMO was like genetically modified organism. Starts Bitcoin mining in Europe. This is kind of a big deal. We're finally getting another competitor in the mining hardware space. Now, apparently, they've already started, planning a lot of mining farms. They're going to be mining. They're going to try using renewable energy, which I think is good because you could probably get a cheaper energy, whether it be wind, solar, hydro. You have to remember, like, a lot of these renewable energy sources, they're in the middle of nowhere where there's not a lot of people. They generate more energy than what's being used. So the mining industry is really a boom for these renewable energy providers. And so the only thing that they are lacking really is probably high-speed internet connection. That's probably what they need. But if GMO is a internet company, it would make sense. It just makes sense. The synergy of Bitcoin mining and an internet company getting into the Bitcoin mining space makes a lot of sense. That you have a need where there's an abundance of power being generated but not being used, and here they are. They are an internet company. They can provide the internet connection. They just need to find the alternative renewable energy source to do the mining. And so the interesting thing about this article is they're going to offer cloud mining services. So this is kind of, I guess maybe some people can start doing their affiliate links or plan on contacting GMO and see if they could start doing affiliate links. And we're probably going to see a lot of YouTube videos for GMO mining. Of course, you know how I feel about cloud mining and mining in general. Unless you have millions and millions of dollars to spend on putting out a mining farm and being your own farm, okay, you're not part of a pool. You're actually mining. You're actually farming for yourself, and you have enough hashing power to do that. Then I think you have a pretty good chance. It's even better if you're also a manufacturer of mining equipment and you're able to get a very cheap energy source, especially renewable energy, which there's an abundance of renewable energy at the source, and all you need is an internet connection. So, GMO probably is a very good synergy. And now they're going to offer a cloud mining service, which is hilarious because a lot of people, it's a losing proposition to do cloud mining. All right, it's so much better if you just bought the Bitcoins, but there's a lot of stupid people out there, and of course, all the people who are doing Genesis mining, well, they're still around, and they'll probably get into this cloud mining service with GMO or whatever company they're going to make. So interesting article. Read about it. I think this is good for mining because as there more mining manufacturers there are, the more decentralized, the more decentralized the mining community is going to get. And so competition is good for this space. Hopefully we'll have more and more people getting to the space because if you're large enough, if you have the millions and millions of dollars, it is profitable. That's why these mining companies are doing it. And especially if you not only are you mining, but you're also the manufacturer, right? You're manufacturing and mining, and then you're also the internet company. That's quite an advantage. The only thing you're missing is being a renewable energy company. So if you're a renewable energy company that also is an internet company and manufacturing mining equipment, that's the triple double right there. All right. If you can be all those things, you're going to be very, very rich. You'll be able to mine, sell those Bitcoins on the open market for a lot of money, and basically generate Bitcoins and get the transaction fees. And there's a really good chance that you'll probably be making money. You'll definitely be making a lot of money. And then on top of that, the industry, the renewable energy industry, to some degree, the internet provider, uh, and then also the mining industry, the mining manufacturing, and also mining. You're kind of supporting that whole network. So that's good for the whole space. Anyways, see. Oh, happy Hanukkah, everybody. Or I'm sorry, happy Hanukkah. One more day. Tomorrow, I will light the last candle. So unfortunately, we're nowhere near 21,000, but that's all right. I'm okay with that. Let me see what's the live chat saying. I'll give it some time to reload here. Let me see, is it reloading or I have to refresh it? I probably have to refresh it. Let me refresh it. So while that's refreshing, let's actually go to go back to the fireplace. Have our fireside chat. So, hello DD8209. How you doing? I see you there. Let me see. Let's see what everybody in the chat is saying. Well, there was also a report where Bitfury is opening a mining company, a mining farm in Canada. More competition. Merch Studios, GMO equals Global Media Company, abbreviated. Thank you very much. I always wondered what that meant. I always thought it was genetically modified organism, but I don't understand if I don't understand them. Let me see. DD8209. You say peer to pool had a good idea, but it did have the side effect of accumulation of transaction fees in the receiving wallet. I don't know if they fixed that by now. I remember it was a problem for me. Yeah. Hey, Warren V, how you doing? Welcome to the live chat. Yeah, the problem when you if you do cloud mine and you receive these little small amounts of Bitcoins coming into the wallet, they create a lot of inputs, and eventually when you do a transaction with all those inputs, they create a large byte size, and so move those coins now, mining Bitcoin, you would lose probably at least half of your profits just doing that. What I've been doing is I had to do 2 transactions today. They came at different times, so I couldn't batch them together. So what I ended up doing was I just had to pass the transaction fees to the buyers, and they didn't complain. They did not complain. They didn't say, "What? This is so high. I'm outraged. You know, I'm not going to buy from you again." Nope. They just accepted it and said thank you. Right. And you know, it doesn't matter if they come to me or someone else. There's a really good chance that somebody else will also pass that cost on to the buyer, because no one's going to eat that cost, especially if they recently bought Bitcoins in order to resell them. I already had those Bitcoins for a while, so you know, it wasn't that big of a deal. I didn't. I ate a little bit of the cost. I didn't make too much. Like if I was a new seller, I would have bought the Bitcoins recently, and that $30 would probably represent about maybe a quarter of my profits on one trade. And so, you know, 25% of your profits being eaten up on fees if you absorb that cost. So Marty Wilkinson, you say, didn't Genesis Mining have an ICO called Hive? Bailed out to get more suckers. I don't know. I don't really keep up with Genesis Mining. I think you're kind of right on that. I don't know what the news is. So let's see here. What else? Let's see if there's anybody. Okay, so the chat is on now. All right. So here is what is my name is Craig Grant. This is my Bitcoin wallet. It says, thanks. It was a joke, and now YouTube won't let me change it. Oh, okay. YouTube doesn't let you change your name anymore. I thought they would. I know you can do that. People change their names and their avatar pictures all the time, but maybe you're stuck with it. So now you're stuck with, my name is Craig Grant. This is my Bitcoin wallet. Wow. I hope you set up a new account if you're really going to make some content, because I think you're going to get a lot of hate from people with that username, that avatar name. Lee's your picker. Did you retract your message? I didn't get a chance to see it. Anyways, let me see. Genesis Mining raised their fees and spaced out their payments further out every 10 days. Really? Yeah, I don't see too many mining pools. Well, I don't see too many people making videos about Genesis Mining anymore, or any cloud mining. Not like I used to during the summer. You know, of course, you know, that's everyone who ever invested in cloud mining was a big time loser. Okay, the Bitcoins that they invested into cloud mining, they would have made way more if they just held on to their Bitcoins. You know, one Bitcoin at the beginning of the year, which would be 1,000, would be worth, I don't know right now, what, 15 or $14,000. Now, if you took that one Bitcoin, put it into Genesis mining to buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin mining contracts, like what would you get? Like what would you make right now? Like 400, 500 bucks? Maybe after a year of cloud mining, you made 500 bucks. So, it's not worth it. Hello, Hal. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Let me see. DD8209 says, actually, it was a pool that acted like a Napster protocol instead of a pool owner running the pool. It was pretty much shared between all parties. It was to respond to the threat of a large pool. Okay, I see. The mining of Bitcoin, the mining has really changed a lot. I remember when Gigahash IO hit 50% um, of the hashing power. Now Gigahash IO is like, I don't even know if they even exist anymore. The mining, you know, the mining has changed quite a bit. It has really become centralized and really centralized to the Chinese. And I don't think it's because of any innovation. I think it just has to do with cost. Cost of doing mining in China is probably way cheaper than doing mining anywhere else in the world. There and the cost of producing mining rigs in China is probably way more efficient than producing mining rigs anywhere else in the world. Although the it may be changing, it may be changing. Maybe you're getting some players. Uh, Bitmain has gotten a lot of hate from the community as a whole. I think to the point where people, if you're given an opportunity to get a mining rig somewhere else that is comparable and maybe a little bit more, I think people would pay a little bit more not to buy from Bitmain, considering the threat that Bitmain is posing on Bitcoin users. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of hodlers feel that Bitmain has really been throwing a wrench in the whole system and causing the suppression of the Bitcoin price. If everything has gone, if SegWit was adopted earlier and more people were using SegWit, transaction fees would not be as bad. Second layer solutions, maybe third layer solutions, or whatever layer on top of Bitcoin, there'd be possibly more innovation going on. And with that, the price of Bitcoin would be much higher. So I'm sure a lot of people are hating on Bitmain. Oh, you can't change your name now. Well, it's a good name. It's a good name, I guess. Oh goodness. Oh, you can change your. Warren B says you can change it 3 times per 90 days. So I guess you must have changed it more than 3 times. I see. Any more good news stories on the list today? No, there's not too much news stories today. It is a weekend holiday. But I will do a chart analysis, or I actually will do a. Let me get back here. Uh, enjoy the fireplace. It is a weekend, and hopefully you're all enjoying your holiday. So let me do a chart analysis, or let's go over the bond trading view here. We can get rid of. I want to keep the fireplace going. I love the fireplace. We'll keep the fireplace going. We'll go to coin market cap on this one. I'm going to go and use trading view actually. Use trading view. So I'm going to go ahead and use TradingView. All right, so that's that, because let me refresh this, or I think this is already refreshed. All right, so looks like Bitcoin is down. It was up to 1,500. It's kind of taking a little dump, but in U.S. dollars, it looks like a lot of the um, market is taking a dump. If you notice, when Bitcoin goes down, all the other markets, all the other coins go down too. All right, so a lot of these coins are nothing more than fractional representations of Bitcoin. When Bitcoin goes up, the other coins go up. When Bitcoin goes down, the other coins go down. So you're kind of seeing that. It's pretty obvious that these other coins really do follow Bitcoin. And let's just see the Bitcoin value. Let's change that, and let's see some of them. It's a little peppered. You see red and green, red and green. They're all over the place. You see some of the ones that are green are really up there. They really made a big gain on Bitcoin. So let's see here. So let's go over MaidSafe. MAID, MAID. MAID. MaidSafe. Let's check out MaidSafe real quick. Yeah. Okay. Now this is priced in Omni. Okay. They don't even. This is ridiculous. MaidSafe is part of the Omni network, so this is priced in Omni. They won't even let you price it in Bitcoin. So this is a token off the Omni network. So I guess tokens that are produced from whatever network they're on, they're pricing it in their network coin. But even looking at Omni, you can see that it's a loser. It's just not performing, and it's probably a coin that you don't want to use. Let me see if I can use TradingView to see what it's priced in Bitcoin. Good, it is showing up. Let me see. MID. MaidSafe to Bitcoin. Here it is on Poloniex. Or Bittrex. I'll just use Poloniex for now. And this is on a daily. Let me see if I can do. Well, let's see how far I can go with it. All right. I'm going to expand it a little bit. So this is TradingView. I'll see how long it'll let me go before I start getting all these annoying pop-ups. So if you look at this, okay, if you look at this, this sucks. This really, really sucks. A matter of fact, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can change this to a weekly. Okay. Expand that out just a little bit, and there we go. So if you look at this, MaidSafe to Bitcoin on a weekly, and let me see if I can get rid of get rid of. Okay, I got rid of the volume as well. You can see this green line right here. This is the current price right here, and you can see this dotted line. So this is the current price. Yeah, this MadeSafe is a loser. All right, MadeSafe sucks. If you just look at this chart and where it is now, it's barely pumping right now compared to Bitcoin, but it's hit an all-time high. So this is a very, very poor performing token at best. And why it's pumping, I have no idea. You can see it's made a huge crash recently, but overall, you can see it's way, way underperforming. And you know, if anyone's trying to tell you that this is a great buy, I'd be wary. This looks like a very, very bad. This is a very bad chart, and you know, it just looks really bad. So be wary about this one. This is in Bitcoin value. This is an Omni value, and Omni value doesn't look any better either. It's flat. It's not performing. So that was MadeSafe. Siacoin SC. See if I can find SC Siacoin. SC Siacoin. Let's see if it lets me price it out in Bitcoin so I don't have to go to TradingView. All right, this one is priced in Bitcoin, and it's pumping at 200 Satoshis per byte right now. And so it's, but overall, it's not, it doesn't look like it's performing that well. So again, another coin that it's hit an all-time high. So you can see it's hit an all-time high right here. You can see that it's hit an all-time high. It's 3 cents. It's gotten a pretty large pump on a Bitcoin value at 32%. But if you look at the chart, oh, sorry. If you look at the chart, it's not really impressive. And if you have this coin, you know, you may want to start looking for an exit to get more Bitcoin. All right. Let me see what else. Pivx is back here. Let's see what Pivx has to do. I'll probably go all the way down to 8 with 0 coin, and I'll get to a Bitcoin chart analysis. Let me see. Pivx. 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 All right, you know, Pivx is it's doubled the Bitcoin value from where it was. It was like what, 40,000 Satoshis. Now it's 80,000 Satoshis. So it's not that bad, not that great, but not that bad either. You know, is it going to make you more? I don't know. I don't think it's going to make you more. It's hit an all-time high as US dollar value, but it has not hit a all-time Bitcoin value. And so I think given enough time, what's going to happen is these coins, these altcoins are going to have the little run up. And then once Bitcoin gets back to being pushed up to an all-time high, they're going to go flat again. That's probably what's going to happen. So you might want to look for an exit on Pivx. Ardor, ADARDR. Ardor is always making new time highs. But the question is ARDR. The question is it going to make a Bitcoin high? That's the question that I want to know. Is Ardor going to make a Bitcoin high, or is it going to just price it in NX? Okay, so it priced it in NXT, but if you look at this price of NXT, it sucks. Look at this. Even in NXT, this thing is going down. So that's not a good sign. That is not a good sign when your native coin is losing value. your token is losing value to your native coin. This is a losing chart, but we'll have to go to trading view. Let's see if we can get a live Ardor versus Bitcoin on Poloniex. We'll take a look at Poloniex. Doesn't really matter. Wow. Oh, this is a monthly. Sorry. This is a monthly. Let's have a look at the daily. There we go. So let's have a look. Okay. This is about all it's going to show me right here. It's hitting a peak. Question is it going to break? It looks like it has made an all-time Bitcoin high, but can it sustain that Bitcoin high? And can it do more? So it looks like Ardor has been a big Bitcoin gainer. Now the question is, are you going to stay with this Ardor and not dump to get Bitcoin? I really doubt it. I think considering the amount of Bitcoins you're going to get at current prices, it is a prime time. It is probably the best time to dump your Ardor to get Bitcoin. That's just my opinion on it, because the whole point of trading altcoins is to get more Bitcoin. All right, let's see what else is next. Number 5 is Digibyte. So it's made an all-time high of 9 cents. Let's see how it does. Digibyte. DGB. Digibyte. Okay, so this is priced in Bitcoin, and it's had a mini spike right here. It's gone up to 500 Satoshis. I don't know if it can make any more than that, but looking at this chart, it doesn't. There's something unusual about this chart. It's just abnormal if you look at it. The way when you look at charts, you want to see movement in the price. When you look at this chart, there's like barely any movement in price except for this huge spike right here, the huge spike right here, and that's about it. Other than that, then you got like little mini spikes here. It's just an abnormal. It's just this chart just looks abnormal. And if you have Digibyte, I mean, obviously, the only good thing from that Digibyte is used for is speculating. And if you have Digibyte, you probably want to look for an exit. Let me see here. What else am I looking at? Stratus or Street Rat. That's number 6 here. At an all-time high of $16.04. It's $13.54 now, but it's made an all-time high. It probably retraced when Bitcoin retraced. STRAT, Street Rat. Stratus. Street Rat and Stratus. All right, so Stratus is kind of trying to make a breakout here, and maybe it is, but looking at this chart, it almost reminds me of watching the Nasdaq during the .com bust. This what this chart really reminds me of. Now, Stratus has made more Bitcoin recently. The question is it going to make more Bitcoin in the future? And I just, you know, I just don't know. I feel all of these altcoins, you seem to do a lot of work, and you seem to put a lot of risk in risking your Bitcoin. You probably would have just made a lot more money if you just held on to your Bitcoin, is my opinion. So, but I think it's struggling to go over that 100,000 Satoshi, or is it 100,000 or a million? 1 million Satoshis looks like. Yeah, 1 million Satoshis. So it's struggling to break above it, and if it does break above that 1 million Satoshi barrier, then I think you probably have something. But I think it's going to be a resistance, and again, as soon as Bitcoin starts going back up, you're probably going to see Street Rat go down. All right, so what's after that? 10x. 10x is PAY. PAY. 10x is PAY. And it's probably going to be priced out in Ethereum because it's an ERC20 token. Let's see, yep, it's going to be priced out in Ethereum. And if I look at this priced out in Ethereum, this is a loser. All right, if you look at it, it's just slowly kind of look like it's going down. Although recently it's had a spike here, looks like it's trying to break out on the upside. But let's see what it does when I compare it to Bitcoin. And what is it? PAY? PAY to Bitcoin, only on Bittrex. Okay. So if I look at this chart, and if you look at where the price is now, the price is that green line. It's right here. This thing right there. If I looked at this is a loser. This is like a big loser. I wouldn't even touch this. I would never let my Bitcoin diminish this badly. Excuse me, I'm gonna have to refresh. Sorry, I didn't pay for my trading view, so I have to constantly refresh it, and hopefully it'll let me continue on. There we go. I have to constantly do that. Let me see. We're on pay. Get rid of this. Get rid of the volume. Okay, so let's put it out there. All right. So yeah, looking at this chart, this 10x, it's a loser. Anybody who bought into this, you would have made more money if you just held on to your Bitcoin. If you sold your Bitcoin to buy Ethereum, then to invest in 10x, you are negative 10x on this 10x. I don't know if I could put the random number generator on this or not. I don't think I can. I haven't figured out TradingView. Not all of it. All I know is just how to do this much. Asking me to do more than that is probably going to complicate me way too much. Sorry. Sorry about that. But I can count to 9 if you want me to. I can count to 7. You know, I can tell you the joke. Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can do that. Let me see here. What else? What else is on the list here? So 10x, and then okay. So number 8 is 0x. Oh goodness. And so that is the list with all the recent all-time highs. So I'll just go over that. And here's the crazy thing. These tokens. Let me see. ZRX. ZRX is 0x. All these tokens or cryptocurrencies that I'm talking about have hit an all-time high. They've literally hit an all-time high, but yet they're nowhere near making any Bitcoin highs. This is another ERC20 token priced in Ethereum probably. Even looking at Ethereum token, it looks like recently it's going to break out. You can see right there, it looks like it's breaking out. But overall, I mean, it's starting up on the upper left, ending up on the lower right, and it overall, even priced out in Ethereum, it looks like a loser. Although it is breaking out right now, but let's see what it looks like compared to Bitcoin. Here, ZRX Bitcoin on Poloniex. So let's do that. Let's trade that out there. It's on a daily. I can't even get it to do anything else. Let me see. It looks like a big negative. Let me see. I have to do a 4-hour. Do I have to do a 4-hour on this to get it to look like anything? No. Why is it doing that? Can't make a daily work. Wow. Okay, well, I can't make anything work here. Anyway, looking at this, it tells me this thing's a loser. Let's see, you have to go to a weekly. Nope. Let me see here. Let's go to a daily then. All right, this is what it tells me on a weekly. This is what it looks like on a daily. Okay, all right. This must be right. This must be right then. My name is Craig Grant. This is my Bitcoin wallet. You're telling me that 10x is going on Coinbase? Rumor has it? Really? Wow. Anyways, if I was looking at this chart, it looks like it's a downtrend. It's recently had a run up. Recently, but if you look at this, like if I zoom out, this is what 10x looks like. 10x looks like this. Look at this. This is 10x, people. So it started out at what, 100 Bitcoins and a low of nothing. Yeah, 10x, there's something wrong with 10x. Anyways, this is the graph of 10x now. Let me see here. Sorry, I gotta zoom in. Okay, so that's the graph of 10x now, and it's going down. It's a downtrend. It's recently had an uptrend, but it hasn't made an all-time Bitcoin high, although its US dollar value has made an all-time Bitcoin high. So 10x is not a good buy either. 10x is a really bad investment. All right, so now let's go to. Um, oh, before I do that, let's enjoy fire. Let's enjoy that fireplace one more time. I'll take a look at some of the live stream here, and or the live chat. Let's see what I missed out. Olaf Husky, yes, I realize that now. 10x and 0x. I apologize. So this coin here is 0x. 0x. You're right. Zero. Either way, they're both horrible. They're both horrible. They're both losers. I mean, I bet you people trade on both of them thinking that they're one and the same. They're both horrible. BlockMax. What do I think about BitConnect? Well, I think if you are into Ponzi's and you like, you know, making a pyramid, it's a great way to, you know, build yourself up to potentially become a very wealthy BitConnect holder. Okay. Yes. But let me go in the live chat here. Let's see what you're all thinking. So what do I think of BitConnect? I mean, you know, I think it's a scam, and it's probably run out of legs and doesn't have any more legs to run on anymore. It's since it started, it's reached its, you know, 200 and some odd days, 299 days. So everyone who has their Bitcoin in it can now take it out. And if you look at BitConnect, you could see BitConnect actually going down in Bitcoin value. Let me see if I can show that to you. Let me see if I can show that to you. Let's have a look. BitConnect, ECC. No, that's Bitcoin Cash. Here it is. BitConnect, Bitcoin, only on Hit BTC. I have to keep getting rid of these ads. Okay, so this is what BitConnect looks like on Hit BTC since it started trading. It's a loser. People are exiting out of BitConnect right now, and so uh, BitConnect is done. It's over. It's not going to last anymore. If you look at this chart, this should tell you what's going to happen to BitConnect, and you notice it just keeps going down and down and down and down and down. So this is the only trading that could be done, right, other than through BitConnect itself. And BitConnect, you know, I wouldn't trust the BitConnect exchange. So Hit BTC is the only thing that I can look at, and this is what it looks like. And it looks like people want out as soon as possible because they probably know the time is running out. Their 299 days is up. People are going to be abandoning this sinking ship, so it's dead. Even if I look at, you know, let's say, let me see, BitConnect ECC. Okay, so if I look up BitConnect on CoinMarketCap, let's have a look at what it looks like. Well, there you go. That's what's happening to BitConnect, um, you know, on CoinMarketCap. So, the time, the lock period time of BitConnect for your Bitcoin, it's basically it's being freed up. Your 288 days or 299 days is done. Looks like all the people who got in are leaving with the most amount of Bitcoins, and then everyone else who started in later, you're going to get locked out. And guess how many Bitcoins you're going to get? You're not going to get any. You'll be lucky to get any. So the exit has already begun, and it will probably continue. And anybody who gets involved in BitConnect at this point, you might as well just kiss it goodbye. You'll never see it again, because all the people who were in it, the time has the time expiration has expired, and everyone's leaving. Everybody's leaving. All right. So BitConnect is a sinking ship at this point in time. But if that's just my opinion. I mean, you don't have to trust my word for it. You don't have to trust my word for it. So let's see here. It's number 23. Well, it's probably going to start going down. It was number what, 10? It was like number 10, number 16, and number 18, number 20, now 23. It'll probably start going down further and further. Let me see here. How can I buy Butt Connect token? I don't know how to trade BitConnect. I mean, the only way you can trade BitConnect if you're stupid enough to actually join that Ponzi pyramid scheme that locks you in for 299 days or something. So the 290 days is up, people. Like, it's been up. Like, for the people who started, it's been up for them, and they've taken out the most amount of Bitcoins. Remember, like, when you put your Bitcoins in a cookie jar, the first person who grabs from the cookie jar gets the most cookies first, and then everybody else after them, you get a little bit less cookie left in the jar until you have a lot of people, but no more cookie in the jar. There's no more Bitcoin in the cookie jar. So, Plex ASM, you say Ozzy doubled down last night and said that I'm not saying BitConnect is a scam. I just want them to prove they're legit. Okay. Well, some people just are willfully stupid, and I think Ozzy is probably being willfully stupid. The guy is a quote unquote millionaire in California, which, being a millionaire in California doesn't mean anything. Okay, the cost of living so expensive. That's like somebody who lives in Manhattan Island, who claims to be a millionaire among billionaires. Okay, there's billionaires who live in Manhattan Island, right? And you're boasting that you're a millionaire and you live in Manhattan Island. You probably live in a small little condo as a millionaire among all the billionaires, like people who own like towers, like Trump Tower, right? So being a millionaire in California doesn't mean anything. I mean, you're probably living slightly above average. If you make $1 million, you're probably living slightly above average, to be honest. And that's my opinion. He's probably overextended himself. He's probably most likely in debt, and then he's leveraging his income to live a lifestyle. That's probably the most likely scenario. You invested 1,000 3 days ago in BitConnect, BlockMax. Well, congratulations. That's what I have to say. Congratulations. You just made somebody else very rich. The only way you're going to make that money back if you basically find like 100 other stupid people to sign up under you. Yes, Ozzy, the BS filter. That's correct. That's Ozzy that we're talking about. Yeah, 21 Million Club has the smallest, the tiniest, smallest, world's smallest, tiniest violin playing a song for all those BitConnect users. I can hear you play it right now. It's beautiful. Olaf Haskey. You're telling BlockMax that he'd be better off if he just bought random shit coins for $1,000. You know what? That you might that might be true. You know, if 30 days ago, if you bought random crap coins, yeah, you probably would have been way better. You would have made money right now. Right now, you're in the black, or not in the black. You're in the red. You've lost money already since day one. Since you put $1,000 into BitConnect. Let me see. Marty Wilkinson, you're still here. You say that will be a $1,000 lesson in why you only buy and hold Bitcoin. Yes, I think that's true. You know, Ozzy may have a big heart, but I think he has a small mind. Uh, you know, I know he. Yeah, I like Ozzy too. Maybe as a person, but as a cryptocurrency user, I think he's an idiot. I really do. Or either he's an idiot or he's willfully an idiot. One or the other. So I'm not really sure at this point. You know, his he does have a big heart, but I think his he doesn't have a big heart because he cares. I think he has a big heart because he knows that it's a return for him. Like if he can show that he helps homeless people, it kind of makes him look good. And of course, you know, if I help homeless people, it makes me look good. But you know, I don't think he does it because he has a big heart or he cares. I think he does it because he's doing a selfish act, right? He's, you know, there's some things you could just kind of, there's something about him that I just don't think he's genuine about his intent, because everything about him tells me that he's incentivized for the purpose of money, right? Everything about him exudes that, you know, he's all about money. So for him to, like, you know, be, you know, philanthropic or whatever, it's hard for me to say. My point is, like, why would you give this guy a super chat when YouTube takes 30% or takes a cut out of that super chat and then have him donate to the homeless charity? Why doesn't he just say, hey, here's the homeless charity, all right? Donate directly to the homeless charity, and that way the homeless charity would get the most amount of money for it, instead of like going through him and going through YouTube, then going through him, then going through the homeless charity. It just doesn't, that just doesn't make sense. It's like Pinkcoin, you know, the whole, you know, Pinkcoin is, you want to donate to your favorite charity. Well, give Pinkcoin your money, and then Pinkcoin will invest your money, make money off of your money, and then eventually take your money and then donate it to the charity that you want. It just doesn't make sense. And so you say Ozzy is Ozzy. He's honest about who he is. I admire it, but that's just me. Well, I think to a certain degree he believes he's honest, but I've interacted with him behind the scenes, and he is not honest. He's actually very deceptive. You know, which I guess you have to be. Like all salespeople are liars, and Ozzy the BS filter is a car salesman. And you know, there's a reason why people hate car salesmen, right? Because they're deceptive and they're liars. They'll say and do anything to get you to buy the car, only to find out that car is a lemon. Okay. And so my interaction with Ozzy tells me that you know, he may have good intentions, but I do believe his heart is in the wrong place. Although he says it's all about the heart, you know, what does your heart say? You know, but my interactions with him tells me that his heart is in the wrong place. He may have good intentions, but heart's in the wrong place. So, have you ever invested in BCC before you talked bad about BCC? I've never invested in BCC. I didn't even know about it until Ken Bozak started talking about it, and then I started looking at it, and it was pretty obvious to me that it's pretty much a Ponzi or some type of pyramid, or you know, a lot of these things that Craig Grant gets involved in, they're a couple. They're either infinity Ponzi's or they're some kind of infinity pyramid, meaning that uh, you know, they're a way for people to keep reinvesting their earnings back into it. But what it really does, it just grows the pyramid, but there's no money behind it. Like you know how Craig Grant talks about the Bitcoin pot of gold. If you invest, you know, a certain amount, you'll get more back in. Well, you know, if you do the math, that's impossible. You can't get, somebody has to lose the money in order for somebody else to gain, right? This, what he's introducing is a zero sum game into some kind of a pool in which, again, the first person who grabs from the cookie jar is going to get the most money. And then subsequently, everyone after that first person who grabs into the cookie jar to pull out their money is going to get less money after that, until you have a whole bunch of people and very little money. You see what I'm saying? And so you know, that's the game Craig Grant plays, and that's basically what a Ponzi and a pyramids are for the most part, and that's what BitConnect is. And the only difference is the way the scheme is set up. And this one was set up in like what 299, basically 300 days. So if you think about when was 300 days, it was pretty much the beginning of the year. That's kind of when BitConnect was started, beginning of the year. Now you're 300 days into this. Now people are eligible or allowed to now take out their Bitcoin that they put into it. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to take out their Bitcoin now that the price of Bitcoin is very high, right? They're going to take out their Bitcoin, and then unfortunately, I think there's more people who have signed up than the amount of Bitcoin that's actually in there to give out back to those people, and so that's kind of the scenario. All right, so enough about that. You know, BitConnect is a joke. Let's go take a look at the mempool real quick. Okay, the mempool is finally coming down. My goodness. During the day when I was doing my transactions, it was high. I had to pay like 800 to 900 Satoshis per byte, but I did pass that on to the buyer. So, you know, buyers, people are willing to pay because the transaction is more important than the fee. So they will pay the fee. But if you look at it, it is digging into the 200 to 300 Satoshis per byte. So, um, you know, this gives you the time. It's, you know, if I'm on New York time, it's like 1:40 in the morning, 1:40 a.m. So let's have a look here. Well, you know, your transaction will still The transactions are going down into the 200 to 300 satoshis per byte, but if you look, you'll see that there's 30,000 transactions still waiting to get confirmed. So I wouldn't be in a rush to put a 200 satoshi per byte fee because you're just adding into that pool. You still have to be, if you want to be in the next block, you still have to be most likely anywhere from 700 to 1,000 satoshis per byte to get added directly into the next block. So the fees are coming down. The mempool is coming down, but the fees that people are transacting right now is anywhere right now from 700 to 1,000 satoshis per byte to get into the next block. Right, and we're still like we're in the middle of the night, so during the day, you know, it's going to get up that high. So let's take a look here. Let's do a trade block. Let's see if trade block. Let's see if trade block is doing something here. All right, so finally trade block is showing up. It shows 24,000 transactions in the mempool. You can see that it is coming down right now. So it looks like a lot, seems like a lot on trade block anyway, is going down. But if you look at the fee size here, you're seeing like 300. So some of the 300 satoshis, but you're seeing 700, 300 satoshis getting processed here. So you're getting some at 260. There's one for 1,000, another one for 1,000, another 1,800, 1,700. You see some 300 and you see some 500s, but you're seeing a lot that are over that amount. I see one for 150, 1,000, 1,000, 900, 900, 1,000, 900, 900. So, you know, that gives you an idea of the fee that you should probably use if you want your transactions in the next block. All right, so let's take a look here. Let's take it before we go to the Bitcoin. Let's go to live coin watch real quick. While that's loading, let's take a look at the chat here. Let me see here. Max Block, you're asking, when do you think Bitcoin will get outdated and what other coin will take over? I don't know if Bitcoin will ever become outdated. I mean, it's definitely possible in the future. The problem is that there's already a lot of work and effort being put into Bitcoin as we know it. A lot of work and programming and software development. There's a lot more nodes that are, you know, for Bitcoin. The value of Bitcoin is so high. A lot of hashing power, a lot of mining power for Bitcoin as well. It's hard to believe that Bitcoin can become outdated, or if it does, it would take a long time, in my opinion. And a lot of people have invested a lot of money into it, and so it seems to, as time goes on, Bitcoin has become like the standard for all cryptocurrencies, and it's become the base layer in which all other technology for you know the space is going to be built on top of. And so I don't know how long it's going to get outdated. Will it get outdated? It's possible because, you know, technology seems to get outdated really fast. But Bitcoin seems to be unique. in that regard. It's unique because it's the first of its kind. It's the first to be successful. It has the most developers who actually develop, right? Who actually do work. If you look at Litecoin, Litecoin just takes from, you know, the development from Bitcoin and incorporates it to its blockchain. So there's not too much actual real developers developing for Litecoin. Most of it is just Bitcoin developers that's been modified to use on Litecoin. And a lot of these other, you know, coins and altcoins seem to be uh, some technology of Bitcoin with a little tweaking. If there was ever going to be a coin, it there it's a very good chance that if there was anything that's going to overtake Bitcoin, it would be some kind of fork of Bitcoin, because there's there seems to be an attraction with how Bitcoin was started, the whole Genesis block, the anonymous creator, and the network effect, because the brand name Bitcoin seems to be associated with, you know, uh, network effect, um, being more expensive or being worth more, and the branding of Bitcoin, since it was originally the first coin, the first cryptocurrency to be successful, it kind of just stands out, and people are into branding. That's why people overpay for Gucci or Louis Vuitton, uh, even though those items may be of quality, but you're not paying for the quality, you're paying for the name Louis Vuitton and you know, Gucci and Coach and stuff like that. You know, there's like many other bags out there that are just as good, but why do you pay thousands of more dollars for something to say Gucci on it or Louis Vuitton? Because you've been, you know, people are into brands. People like to associate themselves with that name, and so, you know, that's the only thing I think can overtake Bitcoin, is just another fork of Bitcoin that maybe has better developers, maybe has incorporated some newer technology to it. But that's if. Those are big ifs. But if it did, it would probably be a fork of Bitcoin than any other altcoin out there. That's just my opinion. Let me see. Ghost, good to see you in the chat. You say Ripple. What do you think, Bond? Well, Ripple is is not a cryptocurrency. First of all, it's already, you know, since it's the beginning, it's already mined all its, quote unquote, mined all its coins. As far as I know, since I first saw Ripple, Ripple was originally designed to just be a settlement layer for moving money around. That's all it was. It wasn't meant to be like Bitcoin, where it had its own value and then it traded. You know, the valuation fluctuated based on, you know, market demand. Ripple was just a way for to send, you know, value transfer as a settlement layer. Like you would give your money to Ripple, and then they would give you the tokens, in which you would then send it somewhere else to dump for a US dollar value, and then whoever got it on the other side would be redeeming, would essentially be redeeming that value for money from Ripple again. And so Ripple is a, you know, I don't know why people buy Ripple. I think it's a pump and dump. People started talking about it, and newbies came in and have no idea whatsoever what Ripple is. And they just think it's a token, that it's a bank-backed token. And the banks don't even use Ripple the token, they use Ripple the technology. Between themselves, from bank to bank, They don't purchase Ripple tokens to send money to each other. So I think this is a misconception. Basically, stupid people who don't do their research, unfortunately. Let me see. Oh, Hiroja, how you doing? It's good to see you in the chat. All right, I won't go after your purse, Hiroja. Oh, goodness. All right. Ghost, you're saying heard B of A is adding exchange with Ripple next year built in. You know, until these, I know a lot of these banks and Goldman Sachs and investment bank companies are patenting a lot of like cryptocurrency patents and exchange patents. Until I actually see it, I just don't believe they're doing anything. I think they're just patent trolling. And if they can somehow become a patent troll to hinder Bitcoin's development, I think that's ultimately their goal. If anything that comes close to threatening their technology or their the banking industry, I think they will try to use a patent to basically hinder Bitcoin's growth. That's what I think. Ultimately, that's what they're going to do. Anyways, let's finally. Okay, this is finally loaded, and let's go here. All right, let's first look at the CryptoKitties. Let's see how CryptoKitties are doing. I'm kind of curious. So here are the CryptoKitties. There's actually over 398,000 CryptoKitties now. And what I've noticed is that the average sale has gone down and the medium sale has gone down. And so pretty much like I was saying, CryptoKitties is a pyramid in which if you are the first and earliest to breed and breed your kitties and sell them, you are going to get the most money for them. After a certain point of time where there's more and more CryptoKitties, those CryptoKitties are going to be less and less valuable. So I would rather look at the medium sale over the average sale, because the average sale is skewed up higher because the first CryptoKitty I think was sold for like $100,000. So that skews the average upwards. So this average sale is probably not what you're going to get for your CryptoKitty, most likely. The medium sale is probably the most likely price that you're going to get. And with the transaction fees and the cost of breeding and transacting with your CryptoKitties is going to be more than that. I think it's more than $14. So if you do, buy a CryptoKitty, just realize the chance of you selling a CryptoKitty for profit is diminishing. It's literally already diminished. So at this point in time, you're not going to make your money back on CryptoKitties. So you're literally going to have to like breed. I don't know. You have to breed a very rare CryptoKitty, and what makes the CryptoKitty more valuable is how fast the CryptoKitty that your CryptoKitty can breed. So if it's a fast breeder, that's what's valuable, because the faster you can breed them, the faster you can sell your CryptoKitties before the price goes to essentially almost worthless. So that's what's happening. Anyways, let's go back to Live Coin Watch. All right, so All right, so let's take a look at some of these. I mean, if you look at this, you're you're already in the green. 30 days ago, if you bought any of these coins, there's a really good chance that you would have made money. And I'm not even going to go through all of them, but you can tell. I mean, you can look at the green here on this side. Look at the green and see for yourself. Look at all this green on the 30-day. So 30 days ago, which was pretty much what a day before Thanksgiving, somewhere around Thanksgiving, if you bought any of these cryptocurrencies or any of these tokens, there was a really high chance that you made some money. All right, and so it's not hard to make money, even though the prices kind of come down. But has it really come down? I mean, it's still up there. It's very high in price. This is just literally 30 days ago, a month ago. Right. So let's finally go to Bitcoin charts. There it is. All right. So I'm on Bitcoin Wisdom on a Bitstamp on the hourly. And I'm just going to go ahead and make these silly little lines, which seem to be working really well, actually. Just draw silly little lines. Oop. All right, so there's my silly little lines here. So this trend line right here, it's already broken out, and so it looks like it's struggling to break out of this trend line. And it did. I was surprised. It did hit up to almost 15,600. And so there, it looks good that it's climbing back up, but it still has a lot of headwind. So if it does break out, which eventually looks like it's trying to break out, it's just struggling right now. It'll probably struggle for a little bit, but eventually, if it does break out, your next target price is 17,540. That's just right now. Remember, as time goes on, these lines are eventually going to slowly go down. So let's just take a look here. This is December 25th. So if it does break out, this price right here is 17,116. And 17,116 is a potential target price if you give it some time. So today is, what is today? Today is the 24th, early morning 24th. So it still has a whole day, and then the 25th to reach $17,116. So that's on the short term on the hourly. Is there a risk of it going down? Yeah, there's still a risk of it going down. And I'm going to take a look at the 12-hour. I'm going to look at the 12-hour and see what the risk is going down. So this looks like the low. Okay, so this is the low pretty much. The low is at $11,150. And so here's the low. Now, if it breaks this low again, that's when you got to worry, and pretty much you'll get your two lower lows. So if it does break here, if it does break right here, that means that it made its that's the first lower low, and if it breaks it, it's going to make a second lower low. And so I would watch out for this price right here. If it breaks below this, then we have the beginning of a downtrend. We have a beginning of a bear market. We have a beginning, just the beginning. You still need a confirmation. You still need confirmation of a lower high. Just because it makes a lower low, it doesn't quite mean that it's a bear market, because it could be a part of the same. This is part of the same wave right here. Uh, that's why you need to make a higher high or a lower high along with lower lows. So this could be just a continuation um, of the same trend. So it's not confirmed yet, but it's starting to look like one. It's starting to look like one, but it's not confirmed yet, because you still need a lower high. You still need a lower high somewhere. So just to give you a heads up. But you can see that the average lines have crossed. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to crash or anything. It just means that that the price is trending downwards right now. That's all it means. Right now, it's just a downward trend. It could be a correction. It could flip as well, because there's not a it's not. You need something definitive to say that it's a bear market like this. You see how much room there is right here between these two averages and the way they move up? That's a definitive bull market, right? This is a definitive bull market. This right now is not a definitive anything. It's not definitive bear market. You still need more. Unfortunately, you still need more data, and to make a trade or act on this small little bit of information is too hasty. All right, it's too hasty. But let's see what the 1 day shows. Okay, so 1 day shows a little different. The price right now is higher than the longer term moving average, but it is between the shorter term moving average. So I think you're just going to see prices move between here. And so the top side is, let's see here, is 15,461. You can see that it did in the previous candlestick on the 1 day, it did hit up on this moving average as a resistance, and then now it's coming back down, and it is trying to fight to be above this moving average right here, which is at 14,195. So the resistance right here is going to be, what is it, 15,430, somewhere around there, 493, somewhere around there. It needs to break above or below this, and that should really tell you the price is where it's going to go. If it breaks above this price, above this moving average, it's probably going to go up higher. If it breaks below this moving average, it's probably going to continue to go down, maybe retest this low one more time. Right, so let's go on the 1 hour, or I'm sorry, the 3 day. CoinMax, you're asking is it safe to keep your coins on Coinbase? I would say no, it's not safe. I recommend people to take their coins out of the exchanges and out of Coinbase. All right, on the 3 day, the price is below the moving average. So as long as the price is below the moving average, there's going to be selling pressure. And so what's the next price after that? The next price after that is $10,211. So that's the other support right here. And finally, I'm going to go on the weekly. And again, we're getting mixed messages. Even though this is a red candlestick on a weekly, it is above the moving average, the shorter term moving average. And if it, as long as it stays above the shorter term moving average, it is still very bullish. It is still trending upwards. The RSI is touching down back to the 70. It'll be interesting to see if it bounces, the RSI bounces off of this 70 mark right here. That's kind of what it's been doing. As you can see, it's been bouncing and bouncing. So you see a little line kind of right here. So it's mixed. It's mixed between each time frame, but the longer time frame always trumps the shorter time frame. Always does. You just have to assume right now that the trend is still upwards, and this is a correction or a consolidation, and most likely it will start making a pennant, or it'll make another triangle here, and it'll just consolidate into a medium, which would be right about. I'm just trying to put this right in the middle, around 15,800 to 1,600. Around 1,600, it's going to just wiggle around, consolidate. That's the assumption if it's going to make a pennant or a triangle. So right now, it's not a buy or a sell. It's just a hold. But if you did buy at this lower price, you're making money right now. I can tell you that much. You are making money right now if you bought in at this lower price. Plex ASM, you say you're asking, do I know that if you transfer your coins off Coinbase, the IRS considers that a sell? Yeah, apparently, according to Coinbase, if you transfer your coins off of Coinbase, it's considered a sell. So every time you buy your Bitcoin, you want to immediately transfer off Coinbase. So if you bought $100 and it shows you transferred $100, well, then that's a zero. Okay, your net gain is zero. But if you bought $100 and you waited, and then your $100 turned into $2,000, and then you transferred it out, then yeah, you made an $1,800 gain, and that Coinbase is basically going to be reporting that to the IRS. Let me see here. Let me close this out here, and let me close this out. Let me get to your chat here. Let's see if it, well, this is, I'll have to refresh it. Let's enjoy this nice little warm fireplace here. Oh my goodness, I'm starting to get a little chilly. It's getting a little bit colder out here where I am. Oh boy. All right, so let's take a look at your chats here. Okay, so you say BlockMax. You say, what do you mean when you say take your coins out of Coinbase? I mean transfer your coins out into your own personal wallet outside of Coinbase's control, usually into a wallet, or you controlling your private keys is what I'm trying to say. Julie G. I believe if you look at Coinbase's terms and conditions, they do, and I've read this before in other articles. I have not read it. I myself haven't read it in Coinbase because I stopped using Coinbase a long time ago. But I do believe they consider a transfer out of your account. They just assume that you're transferring out of Coinbase to sell it, and so they consider anything transferred out of Coinbase to be a sale. And so, like I said, if you as soon as you buy your tokens from Coinbase, as soon as you buy your Bitcoin, your Litecoin, your Ethereum, whatever, your Bitcoin Cash, you want to transfer it out immediately, because if you bought $100 and you transfer $100 worth, you made no gains. So that's what you really want to do, because that's what Coinbase is going to report to the IRS, most likely. Although what you report may be different, but Coinbase is going to report as you sold it. And then it says here, client Shibzig, you say the customer rules of Coinbase say that every transfer out of Coinbase is counted as a sale. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I understand as well. Let me see. Let me see. You guys are just wrecked with that taxes. Yeah. Oh goodness. Let me see what else is in the chat. You're all saying here. Ghost, I'm not really a night owl. It's just that the internet speed is faster at night for me. The kids are usually in bed, and that's when I have time to do my live stream. Otherwise, everybody complains to me that I take up too much of the internet space because because I plug my computer directly to the cable instead of the Wi-Fi, and that takes away the internet for everybody else. So I'm not really much of a night owl. Actually, I'm pretty exhausted sometimes doing this because I do this for hours and hours on end. So Blockmax is asking, is Exodus a safe place? Exodus is safe, but I don't really like the wallet. Personally, I don't like the wallet. I think the wallet is for like noobs and people who don't know what they're doing. And so I prefer to actually just have it on a paper wallet, or basically I prefer to have the actual keys. I mean, you own your private keys on Exodus, but it's on your desktop. Uh, you know, with the way I do with paper wallets is I have it on me, I have it on my computer, I have it all over the place, I have it printed, I have it written down, and so I find you know I find that to be more better. I think there's better wallets out there than Exodus. Exodus seems to be marketed towards new people who don't realize trading your bitcoins is a stupid thing to do, because you'll never make more bitcoins in reality. You'll make money, but you're not going to make more bitcoins. And if you held on to your bitcoins, you would have made more money than trading with those altcoins that Exodus offers. How you doing, Crypto Cartel? Welcome to the chat. And so, yeah, Q Bro, you got a good point. Air gap is pretty good. The best air gap if you just take a pencil to a paper or a pen to a paper and just write down whatever the mnemonic seed, the you know the private key, the encrypted private key, your pub key. Sometimes it gets kind of long and tedious. Taking a picture is sometimes faster, but you still eventually need to air gap. You do need to air gap. That is a very safe practice. I just do it because all my other devices won't work on my old computer. So I just take a picture and then I just have that on my hard drive or backup drive or SIM card or something. BlockMax, you want to know where I buy from my coins? They're people. Typically miners. I'm assuming they're miners. But anybody who has Bitcoin, that's who I buy from. I buy out in the open market. I try to find people who can sell me their coins. And I usually, I prefer to buy in large bulk. That way I get the best price. But sometimes the market is, the demand is so high, I can't even get any coins. I cannot even get any Bitcoins. And so sometimes the demand is so high and there's so many people who want coins and there's not enough coins to sell. Literally, there's not enough coins to sell at times. And I've experienced that several times. And when I find out that no one can sell me any coins, I stop selling my coins because I know the price is going to go up. So trading peer-to-peer really gives you information that you probably can't find anywhere else. It'll give you asymmetric information. In other words, information that you only know and nobody else knows unless they're in the same trade as you are. Unless they're doing the same thing as you are, they would know as well. But the amount of people who trade peer-to-peer versus the amount of people who speculate online, trading on exchanges, the ratio must be like 1,000 to 1, right? 1,000 people probably trade on the exchanges and playing a video game versus actual people who trade peer-to-peer who asymmetric information. K7 Gixer 1000, welcome to the chat. You're saying now that Bitcoin transactions can cost $80 to $50 to send, $80 to send $50. Do you think Bitcoin Cash could take market share over Bitcoin? Bitcoin dominance is dropping fast. No, I don't think so, because so far the people that are buying Bitcoins from me have not asked for Bitcoin Cash. I've had people inquire about Ethereum. They asked me if I can sell them Ethereum. I told them no. All right, I told them no, I don't have Ethereum. And they keep coming back buying Bitcoin from me. And even with the higher fees, people are willing to pay the fee because the transaction is more important than the fee. And if they came to me with $50 and it cost them $80, I would give them nothing. I would actually tell them, you still owe me maybe 5, 6, 7, 8. You still owe me $30. Is what I would tell them, and so they would actually have to come up with more money. Matter of fact, I would recommend, like, if you're going to buy Bitcoin, I recommend people just buy $1,000. You know, the limit is probably 1,000. It's not really, but you know, you could buy $100 to $200. The fee will end up being $40 to $50, and so they just end up getting less Bitcoin, is what happens. But again, if the market can bear it, and the market is bearing it, That's the demand for Bitcoin. That is the price of Bitcoin. The fee structure is it's a mechanism that supposedly is working. Now, some people don't want to pay it. They can go somewhere else. But I could tell you right now, on a peer-to-peer level, nothing comes close to Bitcoin. Nothing. All right. So I'm pretty much going to end this. I'm pretty much going to end this live stream now. I want to thank everybody in the live chat, which is my name is Craig Grant. This is my Bitcoin wallet, Plex ASM, Q Boro, Ghost. Let's see who else is in your merch studios. Olaf Husky. Olaf Husky, and let's see who else has been sticking around here. Blockmax, welcome. Hopefully we'll see you again. And then Julie G, thanks for participating in the chat. Crypto Cartel. I wonder where Cryptonator is. He must have gotten laid today. Finally got some action because he's missing in action. Client Shibzig, welcome. I see you guys are really chatting up. Dual overhead camness. And oh, I don't forget Cuntball. I wish Cuntball was around. You could say at least you could say goodbye instead of just rudely leaving. What a jerk. Brian, thanks for being in the chat. Hiroja Shive Space Odyssey Network. I already mentioned you though. Let's see here. Who else? I'm almost up, scrolling up here. Marty Wilkinson, thanks for being in the chat. 21 Million Club. And that is it. Let me just scroll back down now. All right. So let me end it with the meme, or at least the fireplace. Let me end it with the fireplace. So let's end it here. So I think I have one more day to you before the Hanukkah, the happy Hanukkah is over, representing 9 years and the 9 days of Bitcoin's creation. And then after that, I'm going to do a Christmas. I don't know what time that's going to be. I'm trying to get some. I'm trying to get some sleep because the day after Christmas is kind of when I want to start my travel. So I want to start my vacation. So I'll try to do a live stream on Christmas Day because Bitcoin never sleeps. It always continues, always goes on. So hopefully, Merry Christmas or Merry Cryptmas to you. Happy Hanukkah and Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa and Happy Bwanza, and or whatever you do. Happy holidays, happy holidays. I don't know what to say. So happy holidays, everyone. But I will be doing a live stream tomorrow, and then or today again later on tonight, same time, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. But I will also be doing something on Christmas as well. So enjoy the. Feel free to like, dislike, leave a comment, or leave a comment after the live stream, or even do a video response. Until next time, everybody, stay tuned. All right, bye-bye.